The night he almost gave up was cold enough to make even hope feel brittle. Rain slid through the cracks of a broken roof, dripping onto the thin mattress where he lay staring at the darkness, listening to his stomach growl louder than his thoughts. In that moment, with empty pockets and a heavier heart, it felt as if the world had already decided his worth and quietly written him off. He did not know it yet, but that night, when everything seemed finished, was the exact moment his life began to turn. Before the story goes any further, pause for a heartbeat. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of human resilience, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach the people who need them most. He was born into poverty so deep it felt inherited, passed down like an unspoken family tradition. His earliest memories were not of toys or laughter, but of counting coins on a wooden table, watching his mother's hands tremble as she decided whether they could afford bread or rice that day. His father worked hard, yet the work was never steady, and illness eventually stole what little strength the man had left. When his father died, the house grew quieter, heavier, as if grief itself had moved in and refused to leave. From that day on, survival became the family's only ambition. School was a luxury disguised as a right. He walked miles each morning in worn shoes, sometimes barefoot, carrying books that smelled of dust and secondhand hope. Hunger followed him into the classroom, making it hard to focus as teachers spoke of futures that seemed designed for other children. Some classmates mocked his clothes, others ignored him completely, but a few watched silently, recognizing the same struggle in his eyes. Every afternoon, instead of playing, he worked small jobs, carrying groceries, cleaning stalls, doing anything that earned a few coins. At night, he studied by the dim glow of a flickering bulb, fighting sleep with determination sharpened by desperation. There were moments when the weight felt unbearable. His mother aged quickly under the strain, her smiles growing rarer, her back bending with worry. Sometimes he overheard whispers from relatives suggesting that education was pointless for someone like him, that poverty was a cycle meant to be endured, not escaped. Those words cut deeply, planting seeds of doubt that grew in the quiet hours of the night. Still, something inside him refused to accept that this was all life had to offer. It was not confidence or certainty, but a stubborn spark that refused to die. When he finished school, reality struck harder than ever. Dreams alone did not pay rent or buy food. He searched endlessly for work, standing in lines where his thin resume was barely glanced at. Rejection became routine, each no feeling like another door slammed shut. Eventually, he found work that barely paid enough to survive, long hours that left his body aching and his spirit exhausted. He watched others move forward while he remained stuck, wondering if effort truly mattered or if luck ruled everything. Then came the year when everything collapsed at once. His mother fell ill, medical bills piled up, and the job he depended on disappeared overnight. With no savings and no safety net, he sold what little they owned, piece by piece, until the house felt hollow. That was when he found himself lying on that broken mattress, rain dripping through the ceiling, questioning whether persistence was just another word people used to avoid admitting defeat. But life has a strange way of answering the quiet questions we ask in our darkest moments. The change did not arrive as a miracle or a sudden stroke of fortune. It came slowly, almost unnoticed, in the form of a chance opportunity to help someone for free. He assisted an elderly man with a simple task, expecting nothing in return. That act of kindness led to another, and then another, until someone finally noticed not just his effort, but his character. For the first time, someone offered him trust instead of pity. He was given a small chance, nothing glamorous, nothing guaranteed. The work was demanding, the learning curve steep, and failure always felt close. Yet he treated that opportunity as if it were the last lifeboat on a sinking ship. He arrived early, stayed late, asked questions, made mistakes, and learned from every one of them. There were days he wanted to quit, days when exhaustion threatened to undo him, but he remembered where he had come from and what waited if he stopped. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, life began to shift. His skills improved, his confidence grew, and the same people who once overlooked him started to rely on him. The income was modest at first, but it was steady, and that alone felt like a victory. He paid off debts one small amount at a time, bought medicine for his mother without fear, and repaired the leaking roof that had once symbolized his despair. Each improvement felt unreal, like walking through a dream he was afraid to wake from. Success did not come without setbacks. There were failures that reopened old wounds, moments when progress stalled and fear crept back in. But this time, he was different. He had learned that falling did not mean staying down, and that patience was as powerful as ambition. He invested in learning, reading late into the night once again, but now with purpose instead of desperation. Knowledge became his quiet ally, guiding him toward better decisions and broader horizons. Years passed, and the boy who once counted coins on a wooden table became a man capable of creating opportunities for others. He built something of his own, not overnight, but brick by brick, mistake by mistake. When success finally arrived, it was not loud or flashy. It was calm, steady, and deeply satisfying. He stood one evening in a place he owned, watching the sunset through clean windows, and felt a peace he had never known before. What moved him most was not the money or recognition, but the ability to give back. He helped his mother live her remaining years in comfort and dignity. He supported children who reminded him of his younger self, offering not just financial help but encouragement, reminding them that circumstances do not define destiny. Every act of generosity felt like closing a painful chapter and rewriting it with compassion. As you listen to this story, take a moment to reflect. If this journey of struggle, resilience, and quiet triumph touched your heart, please show your support by liking the video, sharing it with someone who needs encouragement, and staying connected to the channel. Your engagement keeps these stories alive and spreading hope. Before the story ends, here is a special request. Please comment below and share what part of this journey moved you the most, or tell us about a time you refused to give up despite everything being against you. In the end, his story was never just about escaping poverty or achieving success. It was about proving that even in the harshest conditions, the human spirit can endure, adapt, and rise. It was about kindness returning in unexpected ways, about effort meeting opportunity at just the right moment. And it was a reminder that no matter how dark the night feels, dawn has a way of arriving for those who keep going, one fragile step at a time.